Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Recently, I have been on a Gary Moore kick. Not sure why, it just kind of popped up. And specifically, I decided to work with the students on Still Got the Blues, which is one of his top three, I think. But what an incredible song. We're going to strip that thing back. And obviously everybody thinks of it as a big power blues ballad. And we are going to definitely dive into that. I'm going to show you about tones, positioning, how he approached it. But if you just say, hey, strip all that back and let's just get down to the chord structure with the acoustic guitar and what are the chords, what is the key, and how would you approach playing something like that. I think that's a great thing to sit down and play. So stay tuned for me going through that and showing you just how to grab an acoustic guitar and play maybe even a fingerstyle version in two different locations, two different positions on the guitar, to have some fun with that, just in case you don't have your big Les Paul or 335 and your Marshall and all that stuff fired up and ready to go. But we're going to have a good time with this. Again, thanks for being back at the channel. A lot of good things are going on. A lot of new lessons are going to be coming your way. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do that now. And it's very much appreciated. Don't forget that I would be glad to be your guitar coach. If you are looking for someone to help walk you through the music world out there and help you become a better player, that's what I specialize in. That's what I do. Just contact me. You can email me, or you can go to my Facebook page and go through Messenger, whatever works for you, and we'll talk about it. I have people that do virtual lessons with me from all over the world, so it doesn't matter where you're located. We'll figure out a time and we'll get you going. So if you want more information about that, just let me know, contact me, and I'll email you, and I'd be happy to be your guitar coach. But anyway, stay tuned. We're going to jump into Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore. Okay, let's jump right into this. And if you haven't heard the song yet, make sure you do that. I'll try to put a link in down in the description that you can just click on and go listen to Gary play the song. So that way, if you've never heard it before, you can see what we're talking about. Behind me, I've got the 1993 live performance pulled up, and we'll be working through some of that in just a minute. But we're going to start it off. Like I said, we're going to strip it back. What are the chords? Let's get going right here. So once you've heard the song, or if you know the song, let me ask you, what key is this song in? Think about that, okay? If you don't know, I want you to pay attention, because it's slowly going to reveal itself, all right? Many of you will just say A minor, okay? And that's good. You are correct. So, but there's some other things that you need to know, all right? We're going to start on D minor. Going to G chord, C chord, and it's really a C major 7. So let me start that again. Ready? F major 7, B diminished, or you could call it B minor 7 flat 5. It's a diminished. E, and back to A minor. Let's just talk about playing that maybe as a fingerstyle piece, okay? I'm going to start on an A 3rd string, A, D, open E. Go into the D minor with the F on the 1st string, little hammer, F, E, go into a, keep the 3rd finger down, go into a G chord. All right, G, C, D, roll it down from 5 to 1 to a C major 7. D, 2nd string, back to C. Here's our F, major 7, and really I guess you could make it like that, which is kind of like an A minor shape with a pinky on the 5th string, wrap the thumb on the top. Oh yeah, big chord right there. Okay, starting again. C, B, C. I want you to go to a B minor, flat 5, okay? B minor 7, flat 5, or a diminished chord. Take a good look at that shape. That's a B, an F, an A, and a D. Okay? Melody line follows a D, C, B, going to an E chord. I'm going to go from the 6th to the 2nd. Okay? And now I'll put a little Spanish right there, maybe something like that. Okay, again, I'm just having a little fun on the acoustic guitar with this song so that you can see that if you're sitting on the back porch and just want to play along with this, that it doesn't have to be all out with the Marshall and the Les Paul and the overdrive and all that good stuff. It's a big, great ballad, there's no doubt, but the chords are amazing, and you might just want to sit around and do some picking on your acoustic or your nylon string. All right, that is it as far as the starting part in the first position. Let's look at second position. All right, let's look at a second position to play that in. Again, this is just the start of the song, okay? Way up here, I'm in D minor, and I'm going to play that same melody line, but I'm going to go 10 on the 2nd string, 10 on the 1st string, 12, and then I'm going to strike a chord, a D minor, that has an F in the top of it. Walk that melody line back and go to a interesting little G chord here. That's a G on the 10th fret of the 5th string, a B on the 4th string, and then an open 3rd, open 2nd, and then a 10th fret high D right there. One more time. Right, pretty cool, right? That same melody, the next melody line there. And I'm going to treat it like this. A C major 7 right there. That is a 10th fret, 4th string, and then a flat finger across the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st of the 12th fret. And then I'm going to go to an F major 7 that is shaped like this. So you're learning more about your fretboard if you don't know some of these shapes. That's the beauty of learning this song. I told you in the beginning to be aware of what key could we possibly be in. We're going to talk more about that. You're seeing a lot of pure chords and pure notes. All right, one more time. There's that C major 7. Here's the F major 7, okay, barring the 8th fret from the 5th down to the 1st. And then I have the 3rd finger on the 10th fret, the middle finger on the 9th fret, and the pinky on the 10th fret of the 2nd string right there. Okay. Watch this. I need the diminished again right here, okay? So that diminished is right here. And I'm going to wrap that thumb. If you can reach that, that's great, depending on what kind of guitar you have. That's the 7th fret. And take me into an E7. D, D, C, B, and E7. And that will bring me to a 5th, 4th, and back into that A minor right there. Okay? We'll take that slow. Work on that section. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a second and play along with them and maybe do the intro, the verse, and the chorus so that you can see what it would be like to just play rhythm guitar and change chords. I'll try to call them out ahead of time just in case you're not familiar with that. That way you can start with some rhythm guitar stuff, but stay tuned because the lead stuff is coming up as well. So yeah, let's play along with it and I'll call those out. Here we go. Starting on D minor. 2, 3. G, C major 7, F major 7, B diminished, E, A minor. Come to a stop. Start on your D minor. G, C major 7, F major 7. Here's that B, E, A minor, G over B, C6 to D minor, G, C major 7, just like before, F major 7, here's the B diminished. Stay there, stay there. Now I want you to drive an E, like an E5, 1, 2, 3. A minor, E minor, back to A minor, D7 this time, F9 to E7 sharp 9, back to A minor. And there is the rhythm guitar. Okay, so maybe grab your guitar and work on some rhythm parts with it and see if you got all those chords down. Alright, so I know that some of you fast forwarded to this point in the video right here so that you could get to the electric guitar part stuff, and I can't blame you for that. But seriously, to really grasp how to solo over this song, it's very important that you go back and learn the acoustic part of it, the chords, understand those melodies, because I think that your soloing will actually be better once you have that understanding. So don't skip through that. And make sure you grab an acoustic guitar or at least a clean sounding electric guitar and see if you can work out some fingerstyle arrangement of that type of thing. It's a beautiful set of chords and a progression to play through. So, all right, so let's get to it. I'm on the 335, and so I for my tone on this, I actually landed out of all my crazy pedals I have. I'm actually using the Z-Wild sound inside the Zoom, the multi-stomp Zoom out of all the stuff that I have. I do have the Cloudburst set for some big reverb kind of going out there, and I have a light tape echo that is a swell tape echo. In other words, if you hear right past me, you don't hear it as a sharp attack, but you do hear something echoing behind it. So that's what I'm using as far as effects. My volume is really tamed in here. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Here's just my with my foot all the way back on the volume pedal there. You can kind of hear a little bit of guitar and then some of the ambient sound of the 335, but yeah, I don't have it very loud in here. I do have my vintage sound amp right in front of me, and but I have it turned way down. Okay, I do that too so that I don't have to scream on these videos. So here we go. Let's what I've done is I've made a backing track, okay, that is about 2 minutes long. What I'm going to do is put that backing track at the end of this lesson so that you can come to this lesson and continue to practice over the backing track and do your own thing with it, okay? So I'm going to turn that on and just play a little bit with the backing track so you can hear the lead line, and then we're going to start breaking this down in just a second. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. So let's look at that. As you know, the first chord is a D minor, so we're looking at, I am going from the 10th fret of the 2nd string to the 10th fret of the 1st. I'm thinking of this shape, okay, which is the D minor. Go to 12 and push to 13, and really, first you got to make a face, but you got to push a half step. And I like to go into the 2nd string 15th fret and find that same D. You also hear a power stroke of me splatting the strings right there. Okay? I like doing that so that I can get ready on my next 2 notes. I'm already in position right there. So anyway, slowly again. Vibrato, 3rd string, 12th fret. Remember, now we're going into a C major 7. That is 12, 13, 15, push. That's a whole step bend. First one was a half step bend, now we're whole step. Another vibrato right there, okay? And all that was going over the C major 7 and the F major 7. The next part, C, B, C, which is 13, 12, 13, and then a push. Whole step up to a D. That is the B diminished chord that you'd be playing over going into the E7. You'd be hitting the 12th fret, 2nd string as they hit the E chord, and then, you know, however you want to get out of that. I got a little trill that I do. It's a quick B to C, back to B. And then A, G, A. And then I just do a real mean to finish out right there at the blues scale. I'm doing the 3rd string, 7th fret. I bend it, half step, and rip it down back to the 5th fret. Then the bass player goes, kind of pulls you back in. You'll go through all your chords and stuff, okay? So that is the lead line that is just so prominent in this song and so well known. As soon as it comes on, if you're a blues fan and a Gary Moore fan, you immediately know what song it is, and it just sounds so cool. I'm going to continue to play along with the track for a second and then talk through some of these changes. Alright, so yeah, I'm turning on this backing track and I'm going to play through the verse and the chorus a little bit just to talk through how to think through these changes. So here we go. Okay, so yeah, just thinking through some melodies. He would be singing right there, or you would be singing, whoever's doing the song. But why not turn it into a little bit of an instrumental and play through some of those nice melodies that happen over there. So it starts on the D minor, and then I did a, that's a little over the C major 7. Over that C major 7 right there, that's a 3rd string, half step up, back to G, and then when it went to the B diminished. Now, remember I asked you earlier in this video, what key is this song in? Okay, have you thought about it? Do you know? Okay, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. It's in the key of C, all right? C major. And I'm about to prove that. Most people are pretty good with playing over all the changes of this until it gets to this chord. A lot of folks are like, what do I do over that? Do I just, whatever? So all you have to do is play a C major scale, but don't start on C. Start on B. And that's called Locrian, okay? For those of you that studied some jazz and know some of the modes out there, that is the 7th, okay? Let me play that for you. I want you to learn this if you don't know it. Start on the 4th string, 9th fret, half step up, go to the 3rd string, 7, 9, 10, go to the next string, 2nd string, 8, 10, end on the 7th fret, B. That is the scale for playing over something like that. If you really want to sound a little jazzier, like you know what you're doing. And then you pull it into the blues of the E and do something really, really cool. Just E blues right there. And if you're like me and you like the Spanish style, you can also after you've played pretty cool stuff right there, right? Alright, so hang with me. We got a little bit more. Now we're getting into the good stuff about how to solo over this thing, okay? And then you're going to see Gary, especially at the end of the live performance, just tearing this song to pieces, okay? And of course, he's really into a lot of big bends way up the neck. But then you see a lot of speed stuff, kind of trickster things, all right? I just said it's in the key of C, right? Okay. Can you play a C major scale on one string? One string, first string. If you don't know how to do that, pause this video and learn how to do that. Go to a piano that hit all the white keys and match your guitar with your ear. Got to do some ear training, okay? And match your guitar to that. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up, okay? Be able to do that. Some of the speed and fun stuff that you're seeing Gary do towards the end is him thinking that scale, but we're working his pick so fast. Things like that, it's just crazy. So you just get this working on the string, and you got that distortion overdrive going, right? And you're working that, and then you start working. And you can have a lot of fun with that. And you can do it over the G string as well. Over the A minor sound. Anyway, but go into some crazy stuff there. You add your minor pentatonics to it, and you can come up with some really cool things to play over that. So, go with these concepts, all right? A minor pentatonic, the A minor blues. Matter of fact, let's talk about playing over the chorus, okay? Because there is a very, very specific chord and note that we need to discuss before we go to the backing track where you can have fun jamming on this. Okay, so about 1 minute into the backing track, about 55 seconds or so into this backing track, you're going to be going into a chorus. And you hear this, it's kind of a chorusy sounding synth type thing. By the way, I put some rhythm guitars in on this so it wouldn't be so hokey sounding, if you know what I'm saying. So like kind of 80s, whatever. I just put some like tremolo guitars and stuff in there to kind of make it sound a little better. It was hard to just play over what was on YouTube. Anyway, so that little lick that they'll bring you in. right there, I want you to do these cool things. And he would be singing this, okay? This is the lead line. And that is going to be A minor to E minor, back to A minor. But then it's going to go to D7. Love that chord, just out of nowhere. That's a 2 major, if you think about it. That's a 2 major chord of the key of C. Or if you're thinking A minor, you could say that is a 4 chord that's a major that they've thrown in there. And it's the first time they do it, and the only time they do it in the song, in that section. But the next thing you hear, 'cause I still, who can tell me what that note is? Okay? That is the sharp 4 or the flat 5. That is called the blues note. The blues note. If you're taking a test and you're in college and they say, what's the blues note? This is it. And rather than A minor pentatonic, that's the root. That's the minor third. That's the 4th. This is the sharp 4 or flat 5, however you want to call it or say it. 'Cause I still got the blues. That is an F9 chord. If you don't know how to make that, that's 8th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, 8th fret. Do not play the outside strings, okay? Then go to an E7 sharp 9, okay? I just drop these 3 fingers down to the 7, 6, 7, and the pinky still in 8, and that's your Hendrix E for you. Back to A minor. All right, that's the hook of the song. That's the most important thing in the song. So. So that should put you on the map as far as playing over this song and this progression. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a pleasure to revisit this song, and got me thinking about all the days years ago when I was in the blues bands and stuff, and we used to cover this song and so many just like it. It's still one of my favorite styles of music to break down and teach. So anyway, if you need a guitar coach, all you have to do is reach out to me, email me, message me, and I'll get you the information, and we will go from there and look at the schedule. I'd love to work with you. I hope you've learned something. Next thing you'll hear on this video is the backing track. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you next time.